Coming up next with Maurice here from Osme Perfumery. We toyed or teased you guys with this video the other day. We're going to talk about 5 differences we have in great perfumes here that we smell all the time, and really talking about how everybody's nose is different and how I smell one thing right off the top, he smells another, and that's why there's really no right or wrong when it comes to what you smell in a fragrance. It's what you smell personally. But we're going to give you 5 examples. So stay tuned, coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to JoelTheNose. And again, as you can see here at Osme Perfumery with my good friend Maurice. And all right, so this was your idea. I think it's a great idea. We talked about this doing a video the other day of really kind of highlighting how, you know, when it comes to notes, really everyone has their individual nose and experience and what they bring and how they smell different things that, you know, and we talk about this all the time. He'll give me a perfume, right? You'll say, hey, what does this smell like? And I'll say something and like you've gotten something totally different.
Yeah. So, I mean, the idea of this is when 2 people smell the same exact thing, it's like when you taste wine. In terms of one person might get a little bit of, say, a hint of cherry in the wine, and another person may get chocolate. It doesn't mean that one person is wrong and one is right. Everyone smells something a little bit different.
Yeah.
So we wanted to bring something interesting to you. So I picked out 5 perfumes that we actually disagree on.
Yep.
And it's not that you are wrong and I'm right or vice versa. It's what you smell. What smell is attached to whatever memory. So let's start with the first one.
Okay, so bring it on in. Let's get this. Is going to be fun.
So this is Desired.
Okay, guys, you can see it there. Desired from Elisire, right there, the beautiful gold bottle. So go ahead and tell me, what is it that you, when you smell this, like what stands out to you initially?
So for me, this is the quintessential oud perfume. That's what I smell from this.
Yeah.
There's other notes that I get, but to me, the oud is what stands out and makes this perfume special. But as for you, what do you get from smelling that thing?
So it's funny. When I smell this, the initial blast that I get, or the initial smell, is the saffron.
Okay.
And it's this kind of like spicy, sweet smell. I get the oud under there, but that initial smell to me is definitely saffron. So it's funny, like, it just shows again differences. If I was introducing someone saying, hey, give me an example of a classic oud perfume, you would recommend this. I probably off the bat wouldn't say if they were looking for a specific oud fragrance. If they said, yeah, I want a spicy saffron, sexy amber, boom. I would definitely recommend this, but that's hilarious because we both love this one.
You're right, and I get the saffron as well, but to me, the oud is what makes this perfume stand out.
Yeah.
So let's move to number 2.
All right, I love it. That's a great example, guys. You can see firsthand in practice how this affects your nose. Okay. Oh.
So this one is called Ceramic. It's a new perfume from Andrea Mac. So this is, what do you get from this?
All right, so this is cool because I literally just smelled this 5 minutes ago for the first time. It just came in. And I immediately get a very kind of, I don't want to say metallic, but a white floral, almost metallic smell that is very unique. Nothing, I haven't smelled anything quite like this before.
So I guess for me, man, this just takes me back. It's so clean. This is amazing, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
But the main thing that I get from this is white musk.
Yeah.
That's what I get from this particular perfume. It's a clean, understated white musk perfume surrounded by florals and some other things. But this is going to be a stunner. Ceramic. I
haven't even put it on my skin yet. I just smelled it on the scent strip. Before I leave here today, I will be putting some on the skin. Excuse me. And seeing, I already own a bunch of hers, so I love this brand.
Number 3.
Number 3. This is also in my personal collection. And you can see, I'll put it up here. This is Fetes Persanes, one of Cecile Zarogian's creations, the great independent perfumer from MDCI Perfumes. To me, when this is right off the bat, excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, guys. To me, this is cinnamon.
Okay.
This kind of reminds me almost of Christmas, perfect time of the year, but this is a sweet, spicy cinnamon fragrance.
Okay. And I agree. However,
Yeah.
this perfume is so complicated. It has like hints of black pepper, bergamot, elemi, cinnamon, clove, white musk, patchouli, vanilla, cedarwood, gaiac wood. But for me, with this particular perfume, it's all about the black pepper and the cloves.
Okay.
That patchouli, the black pepper, the clove, all of those notes are so spicy. So the spices from my nose is what stands out. So you're also right, because it's so complex, and it has a little bit of what you're getting, and it also has what I'm getting.
And I think, excuse me, that clove also really gets me also. That is a beautiful fragrance. All right, so now we get into, is this what, number 4?
Yes.
Number 4, this is La Pointe G from Veronique Gabai. You can see it there, the beautiful gold and silver bottles, which are the colors of Paris, France, where she is from originally. Woo! So this one's interesting because I know what we both think of this one, besides the fact that we love it, is I get this beautiful clean cedar smell.
Okay.
Like a very, again, not almost woody, it's like this interesting clean cedar skin smell that I get.
Okay. So I agree with you with the skin smell part of it.
Yeah.
But for me, this is all about the iris. This is a magnificent, it's a glorified skin scent. It is magnificent because the way how they use the iris in this perfume, it's so smooth. So this is, the name of it is La Pointe G, which, as you know in French, means G-spot. And it's a scent for lovemaking. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of those perfumes where you have to put it on skin to really appreciate what it's going to do for you.
This is, and the iris, I agree. When I first smelled it, that's what stuck out to me.
Okay.
The very first time I smelled this, and now when I smell it, it's the cedar. Maybe it's because my nose is especially sensitive to cedar. It's one of my favorite notes. And iris typically, as you know, has not been one of my favorite.
One of your faves, yeah.
And so we kind of joke about it. But what she did here, this is absolutely mesmerizing. And I love, again, how that iris melds with the cedar. And I think there's also some leather in here. And just, it's just really, an amazing sensual scent. So that leads us to the 5th. And this is, of course, Habdan from Parfums de Marly. I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
Right off the bat, what do I get on this? I get apple caramel. It reminds me of almost like an apple Danish. Almost like a, not cinnamon as much, but more of an apple.
So for me, this is all about agarwood.
Yeah.
That smooth, sexy, majestic agarwood.
Yeah.
See how dark this bottle is? This is a mysterious perfume. This is one of the perfumes in this brand that no one talks about. Why? Because it's a little bit more challenging than your typical Harrod or Percival. This is for someone that has been collecting for a while, or is brave enough to put on something that is not going to please everyone. But when you wear this, this is...
And it's one of those fragrances that I did it in a list of mine recently. It lasts over 12 hours and it like projects. Yeah. And it goes down that it gets sexy and creamy and all at the same time. But that's great because what's interesting is for me, the agarwood to me, it's so funny about how our noses are different. I get all this other stuff, and maybe it's because I'm falling for the obvious notes in this one. And it's so great that you pick out one of the more subtle notes in there because, obviously with his trained nose. So, but it's just a wonderfully blended fragrance.
I always tell clients when they come in that what I smell may not be what you smell. And it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It's just that your brain works a little bit different than mine, and you're taking up different nuances. You're smelling different nuances that may have a connection with you.
Yeah.
Everyone's smell receptors are a little bit different, and that's what makes us all unique.
And quick point on the agarwood, for those of you who don't know, maybe most of you do, agarwood is actually where oud comes from. So
Yes.
oud comes from. So oud is a resin that comes from the tree, the agarwood tree in the wood. And so that's, you know, it's typically, if I'm correct, it's not going to be as strong or pungent as maybe the resin or the oud.
It's a little bit smoother.
Okay.
It's not quite musky, but it's something that gives you like, it's oud-esque.
Yeah.
Like not full on oud, but
Yeah.
it's like if oud was 10, then agarwood would be 3.
Gotcha. Yeah, great analogy. And I think so for those of you who like oud or maybe even a little bit afraid because, you know, it's a little bit strong for you, find a fragrance with agarwood. It's a good way to maybe step yourself in and get into more oud-like fragrances. So.
And just to add a little trick, a lot of times when perfumers do oud to make it more palatable for most people, they will use things like vanilla or bergamot or apple to kind of make it more likable and more mass appealing.
Yeah, well, they've clearly mastered it here. This is, to me, definitely one of my top 2 or 3 from the brand of all time. Love it. So, cool. Right. Awesome, man. Well, great being with you again. Thank you. And guys, thanks for watching. And I know you enjoy when Maurice comes on. We always have great video and topics for you guys to learn more about. I think this video was really unique, different. Haven't seen anything like it, and I hope you found it useful. I'll be back soon with another video, of course. And thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so because, of course, your guys' support means everything to me. I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfumes.